What's the
Yeah.
topic?
I'm like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe this. But you know what? The energies are so high. The frequencies are so high today. I just had to, I was telling Kim Sue, look, in my authenticity, for clarity, I spent today in the same position, reflecting. I did not move.
Oh my.
It's like that sometimes. Greetings. So YouTube family is up.
Well, mine's not. Honey, that's a whole nother. I'm just gonna leave it just right where it is, and I will take clips from last night with me and you, and from tonight with us.
That's right.
I will put it up on YouTube, and that's how people will get it. But if they are wondering how they can get over and see different things that you and I have, my YouTube is Empress of Earthly Herbal Products. And if you're on TikTok and you go to Empress Herbal or Lady Empress 1022, when you click my bio, you will see my YouTube and my Facebook and my Instagram and all of that. But right now, these frequencies don't want me to be great right now. But I'm still gonna shine.
Hey, lovely, thank you for coming through.
Because it's in me, like Prego. Can't nobody take
I
it away.
appreciate you. Tonight we're talking about abundance.
All I do is reflect. I reflect on the knowledge that I have, and I bring it forth like I was told to do.
Ain't nothing gonna stop the show. The show is going on, baby. Did you charge up the room already?
I did, and we can recharge. Because I'm pretty sure many people heard me saying I'm getting ready to start charging the room because so I did a Let There Be Light prayer. Because the light gonna shine.
That's right.
So let's go. Actually, let's charge with the card first. Abundance. Abundance. That is our card for today. And let's read. Abundance, overflowing supply, affluence in body, mind, and spirit. The word sufficiency comes to me, but let me read the prayer to you now. The prayer. Beloved Father, Mother God, I acknowledge that I live in an abundant universe. I am aware that all the universe has to offer is available to me. I accept that abundance and prosperity and wealth and all good things are my divine birthright. I need a napkin already. I open my mind and heart with a spirit of appreciation and allow myself to receive all that I desire. I give thanks for the abundant outpouring of good that is manifesting in every aspect of my life. That is the abundance card. And so it is.
And so it is, and it cannot be otherwise.
Okay, that's it. They're getting ready to get balanced tonight. Let there be light. Dear God, let there be light. You, Lord, are my light. Let there be joy. You, Lord, are my joy. Let there be peace. You, Lord, are my peace. Let there be an abundance of good things. things, right relationships, and positive experiences in my life. You, Lord, are my source of every good thing I need or desire. Let my mind be filled with the wisdom of your presence. You, Lord, are the infinite intelligence of the universe. You are my wisdom. You are the presence guiding me to right thought, right action, and right response in every experience. Let my heart be filled with love, respect, and honor for myself and all other people. You, Lord, are the presence of love, recreating and duplicating yourself at the core of my very being. Let my body be filled with the radiant health and wellness that comes with your presence. Let my life be filled with the goodness, the peace, the joy, and the light of your divine radiance. This is good.
Yeah.
That is God.
Yes.
Thank you, God. Thank you, God.
Thank you.
Thank you, God. That before I ask, you have already answered.
Yes.
For my awareness of this as the reality of my being and in my life, I am so grateful. And let it be so.
And it is so.
And so it is.
And so it is.
Yes.
Ashe.
Asheo. Right there. Yep. Let's if y'all don't mind doing a I see Miss Sonia is here. Let me send her. If y'all don't mind doing a short technique, and I don't know if any of you all are familiar with this, but before we jump in, because this is going to be a heavy night, I feel the energy moving. I was supposed to be still for a reason. So this exercise to clear is a clearing exercise. We will say an intention to remove any negative energies and frequencies over our right shoulder. And we're going to take a breath in and hold it 4 counts. And when we release it, we're going to release it over our left shoulder. I'm going to show an example. I release all negative energies. Can we do that together?
Sure.
Okay. We're going to go on go. Ready, set, go. That's, and we'll say we release all negative energies and frequencies.
Okay.
Ready, set, go.
We release all negative energies and frequencies.
Okay, I am Lady Empress, and
welcome, community. Welcome to Abundant Night. Welcome to the night of abundance.
So we'll begin with sufficiency was a word that came to me. Do you want to? Oh,
I like that.
I'm loving that. Look, I couldn't even talk. Hold on. Go ahead and just sit there and look good for a minute. I love it. I love it. Elevate, okay?
Yeah. I have my sister do a backdrop. We're still adding words to it, but I love this art that, man, she's wowing me with her art these days. I have to say, Simoya Media Matters is my sister's company, and she's just been flooring me. We have so much dope stuff that we're getting prepared for the seasons. She's just wowing the Jesus out of me. And she knows we're in the affirmation party, and all we do is elevate, move, and transmute. And I love this. I love this right here. I love this.
Isn't it a calming now? Because it felt kind of...
I always feel calm. I don't let nothing in my space. Nothing. When I tell you, I don't allow nothing. Lady Empress, when I tell you that I own 100% of my energy, 100%, nothing comes nigh my dwelling. And even when it comes, it makes a right about turn and it goes about its business. Because I am not the one. I bring a whole entourage, angels, ancestors. I bring a whole entourage. They ain't coming over here. They just look at me. They like, we wanna, but we can't. We can't.
I want to be like you when I grow up.
Listen, come through, and we're going to work in this abundance of protection tonight. We're going to work in this abundance of love tonight. We're going to work in this abundance of mental freedom tonight. We're going to work. We're going to work in this abundance of provision tonight. We're going to work it. We're going to work it tonight. Welcome, everybody, to the abundant night.
Oh, are they ready? Y'all ready? You ready, Miss Janie? And Farmer Jay, I didn't send him an invite. Every time he come his tail up in here and I send an invite, he don't bring his tail up here. Well, he's in the game. He's playing the game right now with somebody else. I was on there, but I got off. I didn't feel it. Oh, they were doing like a battle? No, they're doing a crossword puzzle. They doing. So are they doing game night every Friday? I think so. Well, nobody gave me the memo. Kim Sue, did you get it?
No, I did not know, and I would have certainly loved a game night on a Friday night.
Yeah, it was what's her name? Kara.
Oh, Kara.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll go through our abundance, and if I saw y'all and I hopped off, I don't know. I'm coming over here. Oh. Okay. Well, we love it. We appreciate you. We really do. We appreciate you. So, Kim Sue, did you want to start, or you want me to keep going?
Keep going, Queen. Keep going.
Okay, sufficiency. What he say? It won't let. Oh, he say it won't let him up. See, this live, something is happening. Oh, there he goes.
Man, every time I don't send no money to y'all, I can't join the live and bullshit. What the fuck type of live this is? That's why she got the little thing in the middle of her head, because she wants my money first before I join. I'm like, I don't got no money. I got a peppermint like they do in church.
Pay your dues. Pay your dues. Pay your dues.
Well, you don't get no orange flavor peppermint either. You get the old regular peppermint.
You got to pay attention in this live. You got to pay attention.
What the heck y'all got going? I just left out of a paying attention live. What y'all doing over there? I want to not pay attention. What's up, Miss Janet? They trying to get me to focus and shit. Whether I want to unfocus right now.
Oh my gosh.
Everybody got educational TikToks now. Damn.
Well, you were doing good in the other live. You were getting those words.
How the hell you know? You over here.
I was over there. They wouldn't let me in, so
How
I
many
left.
phones you got? Who your name is
No,
on the other line? Who you
They
was?
wouldn't let me in. I told them I wanted to play. They wouldn't let me play, so I left.
Oh, for real?
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe that. Maybe they didn't see it. They would have let you up, Miss Janet. You Miss Janet. Come on now. I go back over there and regulate. What's up?
Jamie, they did that to me the other night too. I went in after we got off and they was all on, and I'm sitting down there. I done sent the request. I said, "Oh, okay." He got Plant Hill up here, and I can't get in.
I'm regulating. I'm regulating. Like, y'all just call me. No matter what I'm doing, I'll leave.
They gonna learn today.
You'll leave the jungle for us?
Hell no, I'm lying. In my spirit, I said it out there.
But you were doing good, Farmer J. You were getting all the words.
Boy, that's stuff I used to do. I'm real good with stuff like that.
Mm-hmm, evidently. We're talking about abundance over here tonight.
Okay.
We are doing abundance behind clarity and authenticity and remembering. So we did clarity and authenticity. We did clarity the first night. That went into clarity and authenticity. That went into remembering through clarity and authenticity. And now we are at abundance.
Okay. Abundance after clarity and
abundance after remembering yourself. Yeah. Oh, you intrigued?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, don't say one more time.
So the word that came to mind when we did opening prayer was sufficiency. The principle of sufficiency. And when you're remembering yourself through clarity and authenticity, sufficiency shows up as abundance.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Knowing that whatever's needed, as much is needed, however much that is. See, when people aren't authentic and haven't achieved a clarity with themselves, it's difficult to recognize abundance. You want to know, how much abundance can I get?
Yes.
Where is the abundance coming from? Who gonna drop it off?
Right.
Is somebody gonna call for it? You know, how it's gonna get here?
Yes.
But when you remember yourself, you don't focus on those things. You know that it's just gonna be. It's gonna be abundant.
Yes, yes.
And however much, whatever I have to do, I'm in excess of doing that.
Yeah.
All of me apply, whatever it takes.
Come on.
Whatever it takes. So any elaboration, or shall I continue?
I love whatever it takes. That makes it sufficient for me and sufficient for you too. I love whatever it takes. It leaves it so open and it's a nice flow. I love it.
Because literally, you and I both recently, whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. That's been our life.
It's true.
We just keep going. Sometimes it's difficult to remember yourself when chain of events begin to happen.
True.
You know,
true.
As related to those attachments.
True, true, true.
Before embarking on anything that is going to bloom, there's a chain of events that happens. When you think about plants, when we plant seeds, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's a chain of events that happens.
Yeah. Yeah.
After the seed get planted. So everything that's done in the invisible for you, then there's an invisible part for the seed.
That's right.
Because you don't see what's
going on. Yeah.
Underneath.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's that reverberation again, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you don't see what's happening underneath, you begin to wonder when it's taking too long, right? But when you know you planted with intention, you remembered yourself, why you was doing it, the reason, what, who, how. When you applied all of that, when that abundance show up, you're not surprised. You standing there in complete gratitude. Yeah?
Yes.
Complete gratitude on a super new moon. Can y'all hear me still?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll pause in the convo because Kim Sue, she responded so fast. She was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Bam, bam, bam. I just want to hear like a scenario. You know what I'm saying? Like, give me a scenario since she's been transfigurating, you know what I'm saying, and keeping it pushing for all these years. She should have like 1,000, you know what I'm saying, scenarios just lined up.
Oh, I got a scenario for you, my brother, because you're a Bushman, right? And
I am
now. Now it's all we care about. All I care about is present moment mode. That's all I care presently because we alive right now. So here's this scenario. You know, when you're planting, have you planted any banana trees?
Yeah.
Okay. You know how banana trees, how they grow from just the suckling? You know how you could just take the middle portion of the banana plant and put it in the earth? But it still looks like a plant on the top piece.
Mm-hmm.
What would you describe what it looks like before you go into the earth? Because we don't know what makes it germinate, but what would you say as a farmer happens in that process right there?
So your scenario was to ask me a question.
That's right.
Hold on, let me smoke. I wasn't prepared for that. I was prepared to listen. That's why I asked the question. I wasn't prepared. All right. You call it planting shit. I don't know.
Wait, what did you say? You call it plantain chips? What'd you say?
We call it Tuesday. Look, man, I had a long ass day. My brain is cut off right now.
Well, I would say
engage with y'all. I caught myself asking the question and put myself on the motherfucking mic. I should just shut the shit up.
That's what you get. That's what you get for engagement, and we love it because with a scenario like that, we know that farmers they prepare the suckling first. We know that for sure, that the farmers they prepare the suckling first before they even put it in the earth. I only know because we had to do agriculture in school in the Caribbean. So that's the only reason I know how to plant a banana tree, right? And once it gets a tiny bit of roots, then you put it in the soil in your yard or you put it in a pot or something. But the whole time it still looks like a banana plant on the top. It still looks like a banana plant because it's not going to take for it to be planted, for it to give you the appearance of you have planted something really good. It doesn't need that.
So I never planted it from tiny seedling. I planted it from like it's already 2 feet, 3 feet tall. You know, you just go grab them from where the other banana trees are and go plant them where you wouldn't plant them at. You know. Mm-hmm. So that's how I get mine. So like, I may know somebody that has banana trees or plantains. I'm like, hey, I got breadfruit and mangosteen. You want to trade? And they'll bring me some 2 feet, 3 feet trees, and you know, like I planted a plantain right here in front of my house last September. It's maybe 3 feet tall now. It'll be giving fruit but before September again.
Come back around.
Yes.
I want some plantain.
Yes. That what you just said, Farmer J. Wow. Like, so you took a pup, right?
Basically, yeah.
And you took that pup from his family.
Basically a jack. I think they call them jacks.
Jacks.
Pineapple jacks,
Right.
banana jacks. I think they call them jacks. But
Yeah.
yeah, pup, jack. Mm-hmm. Took it from the family and created a whole
from his family. Yeah, where it was a member to that family.
Damn, man, y'all making it sound bad now. I'm taking them back.
No, because
I stole little Bobo.
Still a member. Still a member.
Bobo got
no, see?
Still a member.
Stop it.
Okay. What?
Stop it. Little Bobo was meant to evolve as a plant. It was meant to evolve. And when you removed him as a member from his family and gave him a new environment, he was able to remember. Now, now little Bobo gets the chance to live in his own clarity, his own authenticity.
Oh, yeah.
He gets to have his own children. He gets to have his own abundance.
That's good. That's good.
And members, while he remembers. It's exactly what we're doing right here on this stage. Abundantly, we've had so many people come through and give nothing but gratitude to us all week.
Oh, yeah.
And we are ever so grateful. All our members, all of you, our members, while we're remembering, right here with you on a super new moon.
You trying to eat? No, don't go.
Is it dark where you're at, Farmer J?
Yeah, it just got dark on maybe an hour and a half ago.
No, I'm saying, like, is it darker than what it usually is outside?
Oh, I don't know. I don't be outside. It's actually been lighter.
How you don't be outside?
Like this whole new moon phase thing has been way lighter. I've been thinking it was full moon phase because how light it's been.
It's the season. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's like that in the Caribbean, right?
Last week was amazingly bright to be new moon time.
Well, the new moon is today.
Well, yeah, well, it was climbing up to be new moon, yeah. Waning or whatever they call it.
Waning, yeah.
It's not supposed to be as light as it was.
Well,
and the moon was far away. The moon was super far away, and that thing was still light up out here. I was like, wow.
Well, you know, super new moon is the opposite because a super new moon means that the moon is closest to the earth. It's not far away. And when you see things lit up like that really bright, that's the full moon usually. But the super new moon, because a new moon, you don't even see the moon in the sky.
I went outside to look. I went outside just to look because, you know, I know where the moon be at when it's full and when it's new. And when I went out, the moon was so high up in the sky. Like, the thing was like in a whole different universe. Wow. It was so high up in the sky. But I was just perplexed by how bright it was outside. I was like, this don't make no sense.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm a sky watcher.
Me
That's
too.
why it's called a super new moon. Okay. And you know, we have 3 of them this year. The next one will be in
August.
March, I believe on March
August.
the 10th. The 10th, and the next one in April.
Okay.
My mute button ain't up here, Kim Sue, so I don't even know. It's not even at the bottom of the darn screen. I can't mute. So whenever you want to just talk, just
that's okay. That's okay. I'm vibing in. I'm usually agreeing on mute, but y'all can see me agreeing. Yeah.
So intentions. How many of y'all setting intentions tonight for the new moon, or do you all participate in that?
Oh, I always set an intention for the new moon, and it's right on time because I'm usually setting an intention around abundance for the new moon. So that's when I set up everything and put it in my heart that I would like to have as a reoccurring, you know. So yeah, definitely I set some intentions up for myself. I'm very intentional about what I want, you know. So yeah.
I forgot to send you the copy of the screen too. I forgot we talked about that.
Oh, no worries. No worries.
Yeah, so set an intentions on a new moon, especially the super new moon, has an abundance of power. And when you set those intentions and allow them to be able to bloom and grow with the moon until it's full, imagine what you come out with.
Mm.
Imagine the possibilities.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's huge. It's huge. And when you think about sufficiency, what we were talking about, however much is needed. And it's a song that come to mind. Remember that song by Anita Baker? Whatever it takes.
Whatever. Yeah. Yeah, come on now. Come on now.
Whatever it takes to make you feel good, baby. Whatever it takes.
Yeah.
Remember that song?
Whatever it takes to make you happy, baby.
Yes, yeah.
I'll be around.
Oh, I gotta play that.
Let me roll up.
What, you gonna roll up?
Wait,
I'm scared.
Wait, you just gonna roll up?
You see my reel that hold on, I'm scared.
What you scared of? Me rolling up?
Well, yeah.
I don't gotta leave my bedroom when I roll up. What you talking about?
I don't either. What you talking about?
I do. What y'all talking about? I can't smoke in here.
I know who shot the sheriff.
He said he gonna blow it through the screen, Kim. So
much appreciated, my brother. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. I appreciate that.
I got you.
Kim Sue. So abundance and wealth.
My two favorite subjects, because I live in this place called Happy, Healthy, Wealthy. Happy, Healthy, Wealthy. Happy. Now, I realize in the world of... I'm sorry, what was that, Farmer J?
How you get my address? That's my address.
Oh, welcome, neighbor. Hey, neighbor. Hey, neighbor.
I think he literally, when he wakes up and go to sleep like this, I really do believe that.
You have to live in happy, healthy, wealthy. That's where abundance is up in there. There's no way for abundance to be free flowing without happy, healthy, wealthy as the consciousness. Once you understand that everything comes through happy, healthy, wealthy, you will make it your chant, your daily chant. There'll be nothing else to go on about. I promise you, because without happiness, you cannot see what will make you healthy. You can't even see what will make you wealthy. So you need the happiness, you need the joy. And all of them are derivatives of love. So once you're in a loving place, these are the attributes. These are the cousins. These are the cousins of love. These are the cousins, they come through. Happy, healthy, wealthy. They come and they dwell with you. And I lived there. It took a while. It took a lot of years. It took a lot of years to get there, but now I'm here. Ain't nobody taking me back, baby. I ain't never, ever, ever going back. Never, ever.
What do you feel like? What do you feel like?
It feel like frolicking.
Frolicking through Prospect Park.
Baby, through all the parks, you hear me? I was just saying to my homeboy this morning, I said, I just realized that no matter where I live, Source made sure I have a park. That's how much I like to frolic. And it's only because we were speaking about it last night, I realized that I've always lived near a park, always. And it's because I literally love my feet out in the grass. I love hugging up on some trees, talking to them, talking to the birds, getting all the business, because the birds got the tea. You see what I'm saying?
Okay. And the wind do too. The wind got the tea too.
I was just about to say that. And if you could be still enough, you could hear what's on the wind. You can hear.
Yes.
That's why you live in happy, healthy, wealthy, because those things afford you these delicious experiences in life with Mother Nature. Those things,
absolutely,
they really give us abundantly. And I feel Mother Nature is the I feel like Mother Nature is the epitome of abundance.
What do you remember the first time you heard the wind? Like heard the wind?
Yes. Yes.
Can you share that story?
Oh, definitely.
Because I know that was abundant.
Oh man. So let me say it started off in what back then I called a tragedy, right? Because my best friend locked me out. A tragedy.
A chain of events. A chain of events.
Yes. It started off so wild because that year, my best friend and I and her family had fasted for abundance. And by the end of the year, in the winter, she locked me out of her home.
Oh my God.
So it was great. It was a great setup. It was a dynamic setup. Except when you're going through it in the time, it doesn't seem like a dynamic setup. That's how now I know to call all of it a dynamic setup. That's how I know now. That's how I know. So she locked me out of her apartment in the winter. And I was like, all right, cool. So I was sitting in the park. I walked to the park and
did you frolic?
No, I didn't frolic because it was 12 midnight.
Oh my God.
Yes, it was 12 midnight and it was brick. It was freezing cold. So I walked to the park because I know that there's usually homeless people there, so they'll have like a fire or something going on. You know what I'm saying? So I said, all right, let me go sit with them. And then once the sun comes up, I will be able to go in and get my stuff. So I did exactly that. I went and I got my stuff. And I remember on the walk to the house, I said, you know what? I deserve to live up on a hill. I think this is for me now to move up on a hill. And I want to say within 3 days of whispering that to myself. That's why I tell people yourself is everything. With whispering that to myself within 3 days, my homegirl called me. She was like, you want to see this place? It's on a crazy hill. You got to like walk, like your knees are going. I was like, I don't care. I want to see it. I can't believe. Listen, it blew me away. And up on that hill, right across, there was a huge park and it had a trail leading up to a higher hill. So I moved there. I settled myself. I was so stoked. Y'all don't even know. I was so stoked to see this manifestation outside myself. I was so stoked. And I said, I'm going to take a walk in that park. When I get a day off, I'm going to walk in that park. So one morning I said, it's 5 a.m. I'm going to walk through the park, right? And while I'm walking, there was no breeze, There was no breeze. Walking through the park, there was no breeze. But when I almost got to the top, just when I said, maybe I shouldn't go this far because it looked a little bit sketchy, because I was by myself, So I was like, maybe I shouldn't go. Yeah. But I still persevered. I still went through. Thank you, YouTubers. Thank you for coming through. And so I heard it's okay. But I don't know. But it was like, shh, like, shh. it's okay came like past my ear, like, and I was like
a whisper.
Yeah, like a
whisper.
Like a whisper,
Yeah.
like, but
Yes.
like,
Yeah.
and I was like, what? So I looked around to see if it was like an echo or something, or like somebody said something. You know what I mean? Like, because it had never happened to me before.
Yeah.
But I guess I was so enjoying the moment, and that was the only time that I felt like I should stop going. But I heard it. It's okay. But like leaves rustling or something. I can't even articulate it well to you. It just, and I was like, oh my goodness, can I hear the wind? What is this? But it just, the trees just started, dancing and stuff. So I felt in the moment so secure to keep on going on the trail. And it turns out the trail just brings you back down to the other end of the park, But the I just needed to know it was okay, but I just heard it on the breeze. It was, I don't know, man. To this day, I'm still like, oh my gosh, still in awe of the experience, because that was my first time. That was my first time, quiet enough, still enough to hear on the wind. Now, of course, now it's just a thing, but that was my first time.
Yes. And I can still see the joy from it. It left an imprint.
Amen.
And those chain of events, like we can't make this stuff up. We don't make this stuff up. Like, this is real. It's real life. What we're talking about, and people may say, oh, you heard the wind.
Yeah.
The wind talking. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it talks. It breathes.
I immediately went into research if what that was about. I went in, I called my girlfriend because, I felt like she might have some insight. She's from an Indian tribe, And so I called her. I was like, yo, have you ever heard of this? She was like, what? She's like, of course, because, and she gave me some information and stuff. And I was like, wow, look at this experience. I said, I knew I needed to live up on a hill. I knew it. I just knew it was my time to be above,
So how long did it take for you to get into the place up on the hill?
I moved. So I went to see it on the Thursday. No, I went to see it on the Monday. And I moved in the Thursday. So it was no time. It was my time.
It was like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was your time. It was your time. Better yet, it was the higher power's time.
The divine timing is the best time, and I'll take it every time. Can I tell you, I wrote my first book up there? Yep.
On the hill, in that place.
Yeah.
How long did it take you?
It didn't take me long, because before that, I was struggling to complete that book. And as soon as I got to the hill, I felt so much clarity. And I don't know, man, that book was written within 6 months. Like, it was, everything about that move was miraculous. When I tell you, the most abundant season of my life, because I don't know if, I'm telling you, I counted all joy. This is why I say to folks, if you're going to read these holy books, like, really get into these things, because you have to count it all joy, all of it, because you don't know that it's going to bring you back, right, to where you need to be. You just don't know that that's where it's leading you. But in the moment, it looks so crazy,
yes,
so out of pocket.
Right. And look, it had you out there looking crazy. You out there looking crazy, and you folk looking at you, and you looking at them, and you like, what? And they like, you. And you like,
Absolute.
I feel that in all of my being. I feel that what you're saying, because
Absolute.
and when you said that it was miraculous, right? The abundance that takes us right back to sufficiency.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Everything, whatever it takes, all of it combined, all of those chain of events that happen, everything that you went through, it set you up, and then the miraculous that manifests. The book is a manifestation.
Oh yeah.
Of that. So I want to ask you, do you think now with all, this AI and, people can write books like that, do you think that it takes away from the feeling and the experience you were able to have like that? Or do you think it's how you use the AI?
Ooh. So I want to tell you, I love this question because I'm getting ready to finish 2 books, right? And my first book, I hired a writing coach.
Okay.
Because I really needed.
I see you. I see you.
Right? I believe in investing in myself. And
absolutely.
And she gave me such proper guidelines, right? I was able to complete 4 more books, right? Now
4. So you've written a total of 5.
4 books. So I was able to complete 3 more.
Okay.
But I've written a total of 10, but I've only published 4.
Okay.
Now, here's what I love about the abundance of AI is that it does not have to subtract. It can be an addition. It can now be the it can now be okay, it can now be the writing coach. It can now be your supplementive tool that you use to write your books. So now the AI can be one of the tools for if you were going to pay someone to check your grammar, AI will check your grammar. If you were going to have someone check your references, AI will now check your references for you. So this is the benefits of having AI. So definitely it's a tool for us to put into writing these books. I don't believe in that you want to give your imagination over to the AI to write for you. I feel like you should
want to give it the idea and let it write from the idea.
Yeah.
Because the idea belongs to
myself. That's right.
And
I'd like to keep all of my intellectual property, still owned by myself, still from the noggin. You know what I mean?
Yes, because that's easy for us to do. And I was grown woman age when I realized that people just didn't sit down and write a research paper. Like, I thought that was normal.
Not normal.
So when you talk about gifts and abundance, I thought that was normal. I thought that just like how you and I come on here, we don't sit and write mega notes and go off a chart, and like what we talk about is in us. And every time I've written, I sit down and I just write. Every time I sit down and type, on the computer or a typewriter, back in our day, a typewriter, I just sat down and type. And pages and pages flow out of me. Just like now, when I journal, pages and pages flow out of me.
What? So you sitting down on books? So that's one of the things that the writing coach told me. She said, all of those journals. So at the time I had 32 journals. She said, Kim Sue, those are books. Though you see all these books, people with like 50 books written. She's like, you're sitting on content. And I'm like, really? Man, I don't know if I want to read all of them. She's like, it doesn't matter, but I just want you to know those are books. So you're sitting on books too, sis.
Yeah, never thought about that. Like I do take from those ideas and form ebooks from the idea, but haven't, and I say over and over again, like, to my children, I say, by the time we're done with these books, we got chronicles.
Yeah. Yeah.
Chronicles.
Yeah.
There's more than chapters. There are chronicles to this thing. And it's just like, where do you start? Because when you have an abundance of material, where do you start?
Well,
just start, I guess.
Well, not really.
Just do it.
You will know. You are clear enough to know. Yourself will tell you where it wants to start. So initially, I thought my book was going to be the first book I started writing, right? Which was about myself younger, because that I already wrote that, right?
Yeah, I got a journal. I got a whole book.
Right, I'm saying, right? That's initially what I thought would come first, because that's what I thought would come first. Except Hair Ways by Kim Sue Dunn is all changing the ways we think about hair, right? Which was what my clients and I were currently working in. So myself was like, that's the book to lead with. That's the book, because we're in that.
Yes, I see that.
So that's what I ended up putting out first. Hair Ways is the book, because when I read it the other day, and I was like, now I understand why this book had to. It's one of my best. I don't want to be biased, but it's one of my best books that I've written. Not that I have several really good books, but that book is so complete. It's so complete. It's a wonderful piece of book. I'm telling you right now.
When you say I don't want to be biased,
well,
there's no bias.
I want to say
you're abundantly gifted, and you know it. And there's no explanation that has to be given to anyone.
Cheers.
Anyone. Okay? Period. And some may see that as arrogance, some may see it as ego, but what they don't understand is that both ego and arrogancy has the means to be in this world. It's how people use it that makes it uncomfortable.
Oh, yeah.
It's how they use it and don't use it. Those that walk up and say things like, oh, they're biased, or oh, she's arrogant, or he's arrogant. They're seeing what they would like to do, what they would like to be, but they have not stepped over into their clarity or remembering themselves to do it.
It's not like it's
so I applaud you.
Thank you, Queen. I appreciate you. Gratitude. And I also want to say it's not that simple to choose yourself. I've been pointing people to themselves since 2016, and it is not that easy. It's not that easy to choose yourself, especially if you're in the habit of never choosing yourself. And if that's been the way you've been living for a long time, it really takes something. That's why everybody that wants to do this internal work, I celebrate them. I am a cheerleader for them. I am like cheering them on, because I know what it takes to listen to yourself in here. I know what it takes to listen without judgment in here. I know what it is to find abundance when your eyes are saying there's lack in your life. I know I get it. So when folks don't want to do the work, when they're saying to me, Kim Sue, you know what? Never mind. I don't, never mind. I don't want to do all of this. I get that. I get that. Because choosing yourself and putting yourself first, as Miss Janie said last night, that's no small feat. That's not something to just look at like it's invaluable. That is everything. Choosing yourself ain't no joke out here. That's where your abundance is.
It's big moves. It's big moves, but small moves. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They are small moves that speak loudly. Without one having to say anything, it just shows up. And that's where some people, because they don't make the choice to choose that, it's like what we were talking about last night. I can't remember who was saying it, but we were talking about, oh yeah, I think it was you. Someone could come with something, and whoever it was, they were saying that they learned to just hear it. I think it was Bree Baby.
Brown baby.
Yeah. She was saying she had to learn to hear it, but not want to fix it. That right there is choosing yourself. Like, okay, yeah, I understand that this happened to you. What you gonna do next?
You know,
what are you gonna do?
You know, I had a whole session, I think 12 sessions I did on grieving, because I was restructuring the way that my community grieves when someone when the flesh passes on, but the spirit is still with us, you know, and how to pay homage to your ancestors that are around, you know, and to not fall out anymore, and to not raise your blood pressure anymore, and to not give yourself diabetes anymore, and to, you know, to just not give yourself so much because the flesh is gone, you know. And I want to say, of all the works I have done in this earth,
that is the most, I know that was tough, because people are like, but it's my mom. But it's my mom. And you're like, okay.
It's okay.
You know, when my mother passed, so many people, they were looking at me. Like when you said you'd be out there looking crazy, they were looking at me like, you all right? And I'm like, yeah. You want to go get some knees? Like, what we doing? And they were like, if that's what you want to do, what you mean if that's what, like, what do you mean? Well, you know, your mom just died. Yeah. Well, it's my birthday though.
Could we still be alive? Can we still be alive? Can we still be a part of the living? And can the dead bury the dead? Can we?
That's it.
Can we still be alive people here?
Yeah, because I'm gonna take her in my heart with me to dinner.
And you gonna call her when you need her to have the conversation.
But you want to know what? When that was happening and I'm moving in that realm, right? Because remember, I told you 4 months later, my father passed. And what had me stuck wasn't the passing of either one of them. It was what people thought about me living.
Please expound on this right here. What?
Yes. Yeah, it was. I was more worried about what people thought, you know, because they saw me at this event or that event. Oh, she in Vegas, not she. What? Didn't her mama just pass? Didn't her daddy just pass? What is she? Yeah, I was worried about what people thought about how I was living in the midst of that. Like, I wasn't suffering because I lost my mother. So that's why I think my book of my life is gonna be phenomenal for what you just explained, grief, because many people experience grief a different way, and they think that it's supposed to look a particular way. But when you have mentals that's set up like ours, we see things differently.
Ma.
Stuck in that mode. And it took me to say, you know what? That was 7 years, Kim Sue, 7 years.
Wow.
And my birth chart number, my life path number is number 7.
I totally understand, because the deaths for you happened so back to back, and then you said your husband got sick right after.
And my stepmom died after my dad passed.
After your dad.
So you want to, my mother, my dad, my stepmom, then issues with my husband.
Right.
Yeah.
So all of that, how did you recalibrate yourself? How did you regenerate?
That thing they called a good book. I would fall asleep on it.
Okay.
And as I began falling asleep on it and with it, develop other books. And I poured myself into self-help, self-love. I knew that a psychologist, they couldn't help me because I'm going to be there giving them advice.
Right.
I knew I couldn't do that. So, excuse me, I had to feed myself. I had to heal myself. And that healing process is ongoing still. Like you realize that it's an ongoing thing because you have to continue to make sure yourself is full. So like earlier, when we talked and I told you, I spent time reflecting today.
To get yourself together.
I have to feel the wind. I'm an air sign.
Mm-hmm.
I have to feel it blow. I have to hear it. I don't just move and blow like a piece of paper in the wind, where the direction is given from other people. I listen to spirit and I obey. That just it came, from just feeling myself, feeding myself.
Yes.
All different types of books, because the Bible isn't many people think that, the Bible. Some people got, misconceptions about the Bible, but it's what they don't understand in the wording. They don't understand the allegory. And there's other books that can help you to develop that knowledge,
Oh, yeah.
When you think about the Emerald Tablets are all through the Bible.
Oh, yeah.
The 7 Commandments, that was on the Emerald Tablets.
Yeah.
When you're in parts in Genesis, Exodus, it's all through there. They took those things from the Emerald Tablet.
Oh, they took many things from many holy scrolls. The translations have been interesting over the years, I'll say. And it doesn't matter. It does not matter. It will never matter because source isn't it all. So what I always say, if you're seeking source, just know source has always been waiting for you. If you are inside looking for source has already been waiting for you. Okay? So there's no, I've been looking for God and I couldn't find. Nah, Nah, no.
Yeah.
Source
'Cause
already
if
been.
I do,
Yep, Source been checking on you, giving you clues, directions, giving you books, whatever you trust. Source has been using that to guide you, especially if you're about your father's business. If you're about your creator's business, then all of your pointings has been for that. I hear all the
Yeah.
time, and I'm gonna tell you, almost every day I hear Kim Suyu was not always there. I hear it all the time. Kim Suyu wasn't always this person. And everything that happened in my life, everything has been for today, for this conversation, for right now. Every pointing has been, I have been able to be used by the source within, knowingly
Oh,
and unknowingly. Okay? Knowingly and unknowingly. Everything that has happened to me. Okay? So even though in the moment, like I tell you, I call it crazy, I call it madness, mayhem. We full of language,
yes. Yeah, we are.
Okay? Greetings, Kara, right? So even in those times, I have still seen the grace and the mercy extended. Even in those times, I still see my way through, and I go on consistence. Things that are consistent for me is love. Things that are consistent for me is abundance. Things that are consistent for me. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Things that are consistent for me is light, and things that have been consistent for me is darkness. Those are consistent for me, okay? So I always know once I have love, I will have abundance, and I will see some light days, and I'm going to see some dark days. And that's been consistent. Okay?
It's all change. Because change is the one and only thing that stays consistent.
And I'm enamored with change.
Yeah. We experienced that all week. we experienced change all week.
Oh yeah.
In abundance. Let me tell you the chain of events that happened to me yesterday. In abundance. I went over to Bath and Body Works because I like to go and see what stuff they have, because that's what made them start making herbal stuff, and now they got whole bar soap and stuff like that. So I always go and check on competitors, of things that I sell and make myself. But then we headed over to Joann Fabrics. And when I got there, because I wanted to get some things to sew, make some dresses for my pop-up shops that are coming, this spring. And there was a gentleman there, and he's like, have you been to the Essence Fest and the other expos down here? Honey, he gave me all the tea of where to be. Then I get to the counter and I get more tea from another young lady that worked, where she wrote stuff down. Then the next, I had to go back up there to get some rope cut because I'm making some, the puffs that you wash up with.
Oh yeah.
And I had to get some rope cut, and I took that back up there. And she's like, you know what? It was so lovely talking to you. I want to walk you up to the counter. I'm going to give you my discount. Do you know my bill went from $221 to $138? Can you say abundance? I see it in all things now.
Abundance.
All things. Abundance. I see it in all, it shows up all around me. It's kind of like how, we look at things and you see the spirit moving in all things. God is in all things. The higher power is in all things, bad and good.
Yeah.
So when you say the darkness, the bad, because he created that too. So Okay.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
The filaments, the layers.
Oh yeah, come on. Of course. Of
That
course.
those are all the chain of events.
Oh yes. We need them all. I don't look, so many things happen, but do you see that things just happen with or without your participation? Things are happening, right? I it is my practice is to know that things happen, and to also know that things work themselves out. It's designed that way, and it doesn't always need my participation. Sometimes it is for me to practice how to observe. And that's one of the things this year that I'm just observing. Like, I don't watch television, right? So I'm blessed to observe my fellow human beings, and that's enough television for me.
Yeah, I can. Like, I can sit in there and never turn the TV on.
I sold my TV. I don't even have one. I sold it. I sold it years ago. So there's only my mother's TV in her room. That's it. Because I don't want any commercials, and I don't want to feed off of anything that I don't want to feed off of. I don't want my subconscious to be learning what I don't want it to learn.
Yes.
So my programming, sometimes, folks say your programming is so rigorous. But do you know how many years of garbage was in there? Do you know how many years of trash was in there? Okay, I was feeding on enough trash. Okay, I owe it to.
It get to where you're responding, like people are talking about stuff, and you're like, oh, what is that? I never heard that. And then you be in your authenticity, and they looking at you like, what? You ain't never heard it. You didn't see what happened on TV? No, I didn't see what happened on the news. What they feeding you now? What they trying to make you believe now?
So true. So true. I'm telling you, that is so true. What are they trying to convince you? And I remember in 2015, I asked my mom, do you know who they are? THEY. Do you know who they are? Because they have been programming human beings forever. And I want to meet I want to meet them. Because they have been about their business.
Okay. Look, we need to be invited to the Sunday dinner. I don't want to just meet you. Let's break some bread so I can really ask some questions, because I got a lot.
Oh man, I want to know. I mean, maybe I should not want to know, but I just want to know. Okay. I really want to know, like, how did they go so hard? Maybe that's none of my business. But
can you imagine us sitting at the table with them? Like, can you imagine? Like, we would literally be like, oh yeah, y'all pass. Oh, y'all got peas? Give me some of that. Is that plantain? Give me some of that too. It would be like they already knew us.
Baby, I'm telling you, ready. And we're coming ready too, because if you don't feel I have a list for those in them, I have a list for those in them. I already said, if ever I get in one of those in them meetings, I got some questions, man. I got some questions. Because there has been an abundance of faulty programming, as well as there has been an abundance of unlearning to learn.
Yes.
So there hasn't been a lack of either one at all.
Right. Right. The polarity, it's been right there in
duality. Yeah.
And that's what has so many people scramble. Like, they don't even realize it. It's like what we were talking about with the job. That hamster wheel is real.
Yeah.
Like, you get off of one, you think you didn't get off of this hamster wheel, and here's another one. Like, what's happening? Why am I still turning? I thought I stepped off. That You know, I wasn't caged in. I just stepped off, and it's another wheel. Like, where'd that come from?
Literally, you get off and you just trip over, and there go another one already waiting for you. It's waiting for you to get on, you know, and you're over here running to nowhere, going nowhere. And that was me. That was me for so long, not seeing myself be that person, not seeing myself, not watching myself, just being happy that there's a program in place, not even caring if it's my program or not. You know, I could care less if it wasn't my program. Somebody told me, this is what you do, this is what you do. And I was like, okay, that's what you do. I just went ahead with it. It took a lot of years of asking questions. And this is where I'm at. I want to be so clear that I'm going to ask a lot of questions until I'm clear. Really. And it might get a little bit unnerving, or it might get whatever it gets to, you know, unsettling or uncomfortable, whatever people name it. But I will ask a lot of questions until I am clear. Because you saw last night how language, if it's not clear, how it can be perceived,
misunderstood.
So it's important for me to keep asking questions until I am clear on, oh, that's what your meaning about this situation is, or that's what your meaning of that word is. Because whew,
that's good. Because, you know, remember we were talking about, like, as kids, that was a gift of mine that was silence, you know. And so tell me, how, when did you realize that, no, I'm going to keep asking my questions? Or was there a time that something happened, you know what I'm saying, where you had to get back to that? Because it's like we were born that way, like asking questions. I remember asking my mother about, like, the ATM machine or something like that one time. I'm like, well, can't you just get money out of it? And that same question came up to me from one of my children. But I explained. But when I think about that scenario, when it happened with my mom, I was yelled at. Like, what are you asking me something stupid like that for? What? You know, my mother was a Cancer. Like, what? You know.
So I would say my mom was the person I asked everything, because I didn't trust. Migrating from another country, it's a little bit different for me because I had to assimilate to a lot of new things, right? So my mom, she would say, you know, I asked her just about everything, whether she knew or she didn't know. It didn't matter to me because I was going to ask her anyway. You know what I mean? But it stopped when I started getting married. I stopped questioning a lot. I don't know why. I think now looking, I probably told myself that I didn't need to ask as much because a man got it, you know?
Oh, wow.
Right. So I felt like, you know, I didn't need to ask as much because, you know, my husband got it, you know, that kind of way. So I stopped asking, which was not a good choice. Ladies, if you're listening to me, whenever you hear this video, please continue to ask questions. Married, dating, courting, wooing. Please ask. Greetings, Mr. Hicks. Thank you for coming through the building. Right?
Yes. Hey, honey.
Right? Please continue to ask questions. Because I had stopped asking questions. And when I got a divorce the second time, I realized I did not know a lot of things that I probably would have asked during that age 23 to 30. I would have asked way more questions if I didn't tell myself when my husband got it.
Yeah.
So by age 30, I did not know a lot of things I felt like I should have known.
Oh, wow.
So I started back asking. Of course, I got to ask everything now because now I was saying to myself that I came out of the marriage with a deficit. You know, that's what I was just saying to myself, you know, because I didn't know this
Yeah.
and I didn't know that and I didn't know and I didn't know, you know, so now I was over asking. I was like,
Yeah, because you had to make up for the time. Hell, in actuality, you went into it with a deficit, and you know, because we're meant to evolve. So when you went into it, that was a halt. So now, once you're out, you feel like, oh, I got to make up for lost time.
yeah,
Like, let me go ahead and ask away. And you know, that's something that my husband and I talked about a lot because we talked a lot. Like I asked, he'll tell you, I asked a boatload of questions. I was always asking questions. We were always talking, you know, about, you know, just things that you normally wouldn't, but, you know, getting to know each other is really having conversations. Because when people say, oh, yeah, well, I need to spend some time before we do, I need to get to know him. So what happens when you get married? Do you know him? You know him more? Because during the marriage, he's still going to evolve to someone else. He's not going to be the same person when you met him. So when I get the whole, I got to know if he crazy or not, or, you know, that, this, that, and the other, of course. But I'm speaking from someone that you know that you have good chemistry with. You know that, you know, you guys can have a conversation. They can hold a conversation. You know, do you know them any different?
right.
After a year of marriage? Are they the same person? Absolutely not.
Definitely not. Definitely not. Because some folks, once they get married, I don't know what happens, but they go into some traditional zone of marriage that they've seen, either on somebody they idol worship or, well, yes, it's always somebody they idol worship, be it a parent or a co-worker or somebody that they seen had a marriage situation that they would like to emulate. So yes, you know, within the year it does change because now they put on the marriage face or the marriage whatever that is, right? Rather than let it free form. Some people come with a pre-notion to marriage as well, like you're going to be this in the marriage, I'm going to be this in the marriage. You know what I mean? So it always depends on even though in the dating you meet a persona. That's what I want to call it. In the dating you meet a persona and you learn that persona, right? And then in the marriage you meet another persona and then you learn that one. And I do believe every year the persona either upgrades itself or it stagnates itself. And yes, people can stagnate themselves in marriages. It doesn't matter. They could definitely stagnate themselves and not grow. You know what I'm saying? So I believe
unintentional and intentionally.
Oh yes.
Unintentional and intentionally when you're not aware.
I'm a product of that. That's why I left the marriage not knowing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah. Ask questions. Yeah. Anybody who sees this, make sure you ask as many questions and know that no question is a dumb question.
That's also a crazy program to say that your questions are foolish, your questions are dumb, your questions don't make sense. That's so wild how human beings say that to each other. You know, it's
demeaning. It's demeaning to me. It's like you don't have, but see, a person, let me take that back. It appears demeaning. But when you have that compassion for yourself, when someone does that, you're able to look back at them and say, oh, yeah, you don't love yourself like that, huh? Because somebody else will answer your question. So you could just move right along because some people are just stuck right there. You know, I've seen even across TikTok, people, will do mimics of arguments and relationships, and they're like, well, you asked a stupid question. Why you still keep asking me the same question over and over again? It's like, because they're looking for an answer.
Clarity is missing.
Yeah.
Clarity is missing. And folks don't really, the way how folks mumble these days, I know they don't want to be clear. They don't even want to choose proper language. They don't even want to put sentence constructs together. So I understand.
Some don't know what sentence construct is.
Right, that part.
No, I'm serious.
No, you're right. You're right.
They're like, what? Like a construction site? Yeah. You have to put it together for it to make sense.
Yes, Lord.
Otherwise, you're just walking around mimicking something or other things that you heard, saying other things that you heard, and you may not even know the meaning of those things. You don't even know the meaning of the words that you're using, but you're walking around using them.
Yeah.
Like, so a lot of people do that.
Yes.
A lot of people, so.
Yes. That's what gets us.
That's why we're up here.
But that's what gets us in a tizzy with our community, right? Because some people would like to leave everything the way it is because it looks too hard to change it, or it looks too rebellious, which is a label that's used a lot, right? And some folks like us would rather question the status quo, question the tradition, to see if it's still a fit for the present, right? Because
and where did it come from?
Where it came from, it's good to question.
Know the origin.
Yeah,
right.
We need to question it so we know, especially for ourselves, to know where we stand in it.
Yes.
We can't just take for granted that because it's purple for all of us.
Exactly. But many of us over in the United States, particularly if you grew up in the inner city, you come out with this fixed frame of thought that, I thought everyone lived like that. No. I thought everyone did that. Just like what I was saying, I thought everybody sat down and just typed right. Until I ran into people like watching them write out pages and pages, and now they're like, I gotta go to the library to type this. What?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
And what about me?
Spend all that time?
What about me who don't write? What about me who don't write? I don't even write. I speak everything into a.
What?
Yeah, girl, you got to talk to me about this. We got to talk. Kim Sue ain't writing. No. Listen, folks, y'all know I offer several services. So if y'all want to check me to find out how to write a book in a day, holla at your girl. I will put y'all on. I ain't even playing.
She just gave you the plug. Look, because I'm gonna use the plug. I don't know what y'all doing, but I'm gonna look, and I'm gonna pay it forward because I'm gonna contribute to the plug. That's part of our problem too in the Black and brown community. You want to receive services and things from people, but you don't want to pay them for their gift or their craft. You don't think that you should. Think about this. When people ask for a payment of service, that is a contribution to what they've done that you have not.
Yes.
You haven't done it.
Absolute. You
haven't done it. You're trying to figure it out. You don't know where to start, but you don't want to pay. You don't want to pay. You just want somebody to give it to you. No, boo-boo. So everyone up under our voice, don't be all up in the darn DMs like, can you just know it? We can provide a service. You can pay her for her services.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. You can pay me for my services. Definitely, I would show folks because once I learned, I wrote 2 books in one day. Once I saw that, and I just gave that testimony, about hearing inside myself, Kim Sue, we're going to write today. And I was like, oh, we're writing today? That's how I get. Please excuse me. I get lit now. Okay. Once I hear it inside myself, I'm on gas. Y'all hear me? Y'all ain't stopping
like
me.
the affirmation party. Like the affirmation.
Baby, I'm on gas as soon as I hear that. Okay. So I am lit. And that day, so much was provided for me for that day, even the place to be quiet to write, like even, but I digress. I just want y'all to know that you can write as many books as you would like in a day. As many books as you feel is inside of you can be written in one day. And it won't take you forever to do it once you know. I'm telling you, it's a beautiful time to be alive.
I got to warm the hands up. Energy, frequency. Woo! Don't let me bring on my Miss Seeley song. Woo! Woo! It don't matter.
I'm serious.
I'm talking to my husband at the door.
Oh, Rocked by Rocket says, hey, Lady Empress.
Hi. How are you, sweetheart? Hey, darling.
She said, you got to pay for what you want.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Because nothing's free, you know. Even because we may think differently and able to sort through certain things, we still have to pay attention.
That's right.
We just pay attention differently. Some people have to pay for the attention.
That's right. That's right. And your gifts will give you more than enough attention. Your gifts will give you so much attention. I'm telling you, because I wrote my book. I published I self-published all of my books. So I own the ISBN. We gonna get into. I own the rights to all my books. Like ain't nobody selling no Kim Sue book without Kim Sue getting some bread. You hear what I'm saying, people?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
yeah.
So I'm gonna show you how to do that too, Lady Empress. Like
all them running to KDP and trying to get a book out on Amazon, knowing that they were. You were signing half of your stuff away so they can get a piece.
Well, that's because no one wanted to invest in themselves for the knowing.
Right. They didn't want to pay attention.
And you know it's a high price, that attention. It's a real high price. So
a high price of consistency.
Yeah, or just look over there. Look over there. Look over there. Just because you see here, yes, but look over there. Remember, we were just talking about you get off this wheel, but right here there's another wheel, but it works that way for everything, right? So even though you see this way here, question this way. Still ask a question for this way presented. And you never.
There's many ways.
To the same place. The only I want to tell you, hey everyone, show some love and tap the screen. Thank you, Mr. Hicks. Thank you.
Thank you.
Right? And I want to say this. If it wasn't for practices of being in teams, practices on being in groups, like literally putting myself in practices of teams and groups to learn how to be members there, right? If I did not do that for myself, I would not have known the value of a writing coach. You understand?
Now, see, yes, and what you just said, I struggle with that. That's why I struggle with leaving that last place, what you just said. Because I was trying to place myself still as a member, but I just could not be a member of that anymore.
I'm glad you're not. They don't deserve you.
I could not allow that anymore. But I wanted to so bad.
Yeah.
What you just said, like learning to be, because we're so assertive, we just jump in. And a lot of times, like, I didn't even know that people would take that offensive. I had to learn that. You know, and even still now, even though we take time to choose words precisely,
Yeah.
people it still happens.
Of course, because it's just for your learning. It has nothing to do with them. It's still for your learning, because you're still learning where to be. You're still learning who to look at. You're still learning how to observe, right? So it's all great practice for you. I would say never care about don't put too much on how they show up. Just see what you're supposed to see. Always get your clarity on what you're supposed to see, because look how much you saw. Look how much. It was a benefit for you. It wasn't even for you to be sad. It was for you to be glad that you saw in advance. In advance of 10 years of a relationship, in advance of 5 years of a relationship, in advance. Because sometimes we don't get an opportunity to see. We don't get an opportunity. And I feel like you've been blessed abundantly to see, you know?
It's amazing to me when I think about it. It still blows my mind, you know, in that still place where I didn't even recognize when the stillness was being taken away from me. You know how when you go into meditation, how you could just go into it, like,
yeah,
the lights start coming, you know, everything is, you know, you could just go into, that's where I've always been. I don't have to set up, you know what I'm saying? All of that was a learning process. But when it started not happening, I recognized it, but I didn't know why it was happening. So I'm moving forward, still doing what I'm supposed, you know, what I'm thinking. I'm showing up. And then wham, one day I put it on the big screen, right? And I'm watching, and it hit me right here. That whisper, that wind came. What it said, you a threat.
Oh.
You ever heard it that way? And you're like, no, what's happening? No, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do, no. What are you doing? Send it back. Send it back. And then I couldn't focus on nothing that was being said. It was like nothing was going in.
Yeah.
You know how you're reading something, or you know, watching a spiritual something, and it's going in like you can feel your cup filling up.
Yeah.
That wasn't happening.
Okay.
So then I went back to it the next day, and it was still the same. And I'm like, what? The HE double hockey sticks. What is going on?
Right.
Then that showed up. Just like that. Literally, it was a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, boom. I was like, wow. Okay. I'm doing this on my own. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then he had the nerve to come back and say, you were always doing it on your own.
Yeah. Yeah.
You just thought you needed something else.
That's true. Because that's what we usually think. We usually think we need more audience. We usually think we need more. And we're fully equipped, you know, fully equipped. Okay.
Yes.
I remember going into these group settings and have them say, Kim Subi, see you. You're big in the world. You're huge, right? And for me to take grave offense, because I know, but how dare you see it, right?
Right. Don't you say that to me. Don't you say that. What's wrong with you?
Right? And it was all part of me seeing myself. That's why I love the opportunity now to just sit back and to be with whatever it is, because it's teaching us something about ourselves. All of it is teaching us about ourselves. So I had so many group experiences where I had to own 100% of Kim Sue. I had to own it and wear it and still be a member. Own it and wear it and still be a member until my mentor
Stay
said,
right there. Stay there. You got to elaborate, and you know it.
okay.
You know it.
So let me.
That's good. That is good.
So I know myself that I came with a lot of gifting. And I knew it in a secretive way. To me, knowing to myself my gifts, it's my thing. So I know my gifts. I know what I can do, right? And when you play with groups and you play with teams to build and construct something, it'll take your gifting. So I would have to own that that's a gift that I have. I would have to own it in order to apply it here. So I would have to surrender to myself by saying, Kim Sue, we got to show them this gift because we need to apply it. We have to apply it right here, right now, right? And
it has to manifest. How else is it going to manifest if you don't do that? Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Authenticity.
Yes.
Clarity,
yes.
Consistency. Abundance.
Yes. Yes.
Remembering.
Oh, man. I'm telling you, yes. So I had to definitely own my gift and apply it. And now they know, they're like, oh, we saw that. We were thinking that. We knew it, but we just ain't know it. So now the outside of me knows what I know, right? And now to release it. Now to not make a big thing about it. Now to let it do what it do. That's the real piece right there. To let it go and let it do what it do. You understand? And I still have no bravado about it, because I feel like when you own your gifts and you're authentic in it, you don't need to have no ego around it. You can place it where it is. It is what it is. This is what I came with. This is how I'm gonna use it. You can't stop that. You can't stop me from using it. I'm gonna use it. And it is what it is. It is what it is.
Yeah. Just be in that flow. Just be.
Yes.
That's all you have to do is just be. Yes. And when you just be, you show up. It manifests.
Oh yeah.
Because it's your gift. It's there. Yeah. It's there. It's like when you get in driving a car, right? Many people think we're driving the car.
Oh, I don't know why you said that. Why'd you say that? I had a whole experience. I'm not messing with you no more, Lady Empress. I'm not.
Yes, you are. You can't help it. Because, hey, we just steering. We just turning the steering wheel. Think about it. You get in the car. You turn the car on. The engine. We think we turn the car on. We're not even turning the car on. We put the key in and turn in. And there was an ignite that happened.
Right. That's right.
And then that next level, when you put it in gear, if your foot not on the brake, the car is gonna move.
That's right.
Without pressing on the gas. Okay.
For all y'all people who don't drive, that's real.
Okay. So now becoming intentional and think about when you press the gas. If the car don't move when the only thing you did was put the key in it and turn it, put it in gear, it's almost like you get a book, you open it, but you don't read the foreword. Or you don't, you know what I'm saying? Or you don't read the back of the book. So I read all of that. When I read a book, I read the whole book.
Yes. What'd you get the book for? And how did you know you picked the book if you didn't even get into the contents and the foreword?
Yes, and you learn a lot from the foreword.
Yes.
You learn a lot about that person. Entrepreneurs drop nuggets all the time.
Yes. Yes.
But if you just thought you was gonna get in the car to ride, you gonna miss it every time.
Oh, I wrote a book about that.
Roll down. You know, they got the windows rolled down, the wind blowing through their hair, they blasted Maze and Frankie Beverly. They done missed all of it.
Oh, look at me over here. I was all in follow me, follow me.
Okay. they was listening to We Are One.
Yes, I love that too. Come on now. But I wrote a book. I wrote a book on the nuggets. The nuggets. I wrote a book. It's called How to Observe Social Media and Win. Yeah. Because I really want people to know they missing on all the nuggets. They missing everything. The amount of streams of income I have from free game, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Like people are watching social media again like it's television. But social media is the most powerful tool we got going on right now. And it will teach you everything that you need. Everything that you need. Social media will really hook you up. You just got to want something. If you want something, it's literally there. I had to write a book on it. I couldn't believe how much stuff I got in 12 months. Like, I was like, yeah, this is crazy. This is crazy. I got so much stuff. I wrote a book on it because I wanted people to know how to do the process. I didn't want to hoard the process. It was given to me, you know. It was uploaded, and I was like, okay, I'm going to share this. I'm going to make sure my community knows how to put this tool together, you know. So I wrote a book about it, how to observe social media and win. And it's an easy read. It's a quick ebook. It's on Barnes and Nobles, I think. Yeah, it's on Barnes and Nobles. Yeah. I'm telling you, that
passive income. When your phone is running across and it's like you got money. You got money. You got, you know. I even put a chime on mine where it kind of chimed. Like coins.
There's gems. I swear to you, there are gems. There are gems. And in this season where our diaspora has so much wealth, we can soak it all up because the wealthy are giving. They are giving clear instructions to all of the steps they took. Clear. When I say clear instructions, there's nothing you want that you can't have. Everything is attainable. Everything. Lady Empress, when I tell you, I was dumbfounded by the stuff that I got on the internet. Dumbfounded. And that's just off of sitting in lives like this. I would come in and I was sitting in a live and I would bring my pad and I
me too. Yeah. I was doing the same thing, both here and YouTube.
Oh yeah.
And it's no different than, like, I mean, I've been on YouTube since 2012, I want to say. Since 2012. And I wasn't really taking it seriously for my own YouTube at first. I was on there soaking up stuff, like, you know, before, you know, the plan thing that happened and all of that stuff, like when people was realizing that they could do that. Like, I have been doing that, feeding myself all along.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I definitely.
You know, you go, you feed yourself, then you research it.
Yeah.
You feed yourself, then you research it. And that's where some fail. They're feeding themselves, and then they're taking what they got from there and trying to build something from there. No, you take the nuggets and you dip them in the sauce slow.
Yep.
And take one bite of the nugget, then you got to, double dip that sauce again. Everybody don't like the double dip though.
I don't do the double dip because by myself. Okay, yeah.
By yourself.
Yeah.
You got your own sauce cup.
Yeah.
You got your own nuggets.
Yes.
It don't matter if I double dip.
100%.
I'm gonna do that as a reel. It don't matter if I double dip. I got my own sauce cup. Got my own sauce cup, my own nuggets.
100%. Please put that reel out. Please put that out because when it's your own.
10:31, you want to keep going?
It's it's up to you. It's up to you.
I'm cool with it. We chilling.
Okay, it's a Friday night chill. We gonna chill, people. Oh, we got 6 people on with us. Thank you guys for chilling with us.
Hi.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Please go ahead and tap the screen if you can. If you can, tap the screen.
Give us some likes, y'all. If y'all like what y'all hearing.
Yes.
Nuggets.
Yes. If you like these nuggets.
Yeah. Go and take an abundance nugget and break that down to its finest denominator.
Oh, yes. And to know that you have abundance in everything. In every aspect of life, there's abundance. Yesterday, my post said, I am presently grateful for being alive, for this body,
I missed that one.
For money, for clothes, for food, for music, and for community. Oh, and for shelter. Because there's so much abundance that folks, they won't look at their present state and call it abundance. They look at their later state and say they will be abundant. But right now, if people look around them, they are abundant right now as they are. They have all of those things they could get some music, especially if they're watching us on here. They could get some music. They could get some community because here we are chopping it up, right? They got some clothes on, unless they just prefer to be naked like we do sometimes, right?
Sometimes, or sit in the bed.
Right.
And put a green screen up.
Right,
Nuggets.
Okay, people.
Nuggets.
So there's abundance in every facet of life. It's just, what do you call abundant? What are you saying is abundant to you? Right? What are you calling it? Because some people might say they lack because they don't have the food that they enjoy eating. So they'll say, oh, I don't have nothing to eat. You ever heard that? Because they don't have what they want. So they just say what's in the house is nothing. But what's in the house is something.
You can turn it into anything. Then ain't y'all seen Tabitha turn a carrot into a carrot dog?
Delicious.
Yes, it is.
Delicious.
With them liquid aminos up in there.
Yeah.
Okay, coconut aminos and some liquid smoke. Look, I know the recipe by heart.
And some smoked paprika. Yep.
Come on now, put that thing on the bun with some coleslaw with it.
Ooh.
Okay, and don't put a little sprinkle of some dried cranberry across it, girl.
Yeah,
you talking about a chili dog? You talking about a chili dog? Yeah.
Ooh.
Go on and check out them carrot dogs.
Yeah, delicious, absolutely delicious. As somebody that don't eat any meat, please, there's deliciousness happening with your fruits and your vegetables. I made curried Granny Smith apples, and folks was tripping out because I made curried Granny Smith apples and coconut milk. They was like, until they tasted it.
That sound good. That sound good. Look, I know I'd enjoy that with a side of kale salad.
Oh yeah. Oh yes.
Mm-hmm.
And a naan. Do you like naan?
I haven't had that. Naan?
Yeah, it's like a Indian bread. It's flat.
No, I haven't had that.
Okay, I'm gonna send you a link for some naan so you could try some naan.
Okay.
Okay.
You know, I went to the fruit market and picked up the plantains the other day. I wasn't playing. I went and picked up some plantains, and Farmer Jay had told me about some breadfruit. So I picked up a breadfruit because he cooked the breadfruit when we was on live and was sitting there tearing that thing up. And he was like, "This is the best thing smoking." Like he cooked it right on the eye, right on the stove. He was taking it.
Yes.
He turned the stove on and just turned it around until it all blackened. And then he cut it open and was eating it and feeding it to the dogs. The dogs loved it. I said, let me go get me some of this here.
Oh, yeah. That's how I was eating it in Tobago on my vacation every night. He would just throw it in the fire while the fish was above it grilling. And then it'll come out black and it'll be nice and buttery steamed in there. And I just scoop it out and put it on the leaf next to my fish and just have breadfruit and fish. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
why are we talking about this right now?
Yeah. Well, I got one down there on the table that I'm going to be turning over some fire.
Nice and
It'll
slow.
be my first time having it.
Make sure it gets really black.
He said it makes it real creamy.
Oh, like butter. You can literally get a butter knife and spread it on a cracker if you like. Oh my God.
Wow.
Or I'm serious. Or if you want, when you cut it open, just put some melted butter on there. Just, oh my gosh.
So cut it open and eat it out of a bowl, because how he ate it, he was just picking it off.
Well, I pick it off too, but it's going to be crazy hot. It's going to be crazy hot because it's cooking in there.
He was blowing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was blowing it.
Nah, put it in a bowl. Put it in a bowl or a baking sheet so you can hold it and scoop it out real nice and easy. Because you want to get all of it out of there. All of it. Now I got to go get a breadfruit.
I just went and got one the other day.
I got to go get a breadfruit.
I got a breadfruit. Like, I'm ready to, I got me some mushrooms. I want to try the, you know how they're making the mushrooms that look like fried chicken, but it's mushrooms.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to try that.
Okay,
I haven't
good.
tried that.
Oyster mushrooms you got.
Yeah, oyster mushrooms. And I got the big ones, the king ones.
Oh my goodness. Oh, king oyster mushrooms. You making drumsticks? You making drumsticks?
I'm making wingdings.
Wingdings. Okay.
Wingdings.
Oh, delicious.
Yeah. With some red sweet potato fries. I have a recipe that I make sweet potato bricks. I made sweet potato bricks, and I called it my Salisbury steak and potatoes.
Okay.
I use red sweet potatoes for my sweet potato bricks, and my Salisbury steak I used eggplant, and I made a gravy. So my eggplant was my Salisbury steak, and my red sweet potatoes was my mashed potatoes.
So I never thought of the eggplant as a Salisbury steak. I usually been using cauliflower. But I'm going to try eggplant because I told my mom I'm buying eggplant tomorrow. So you just gave me something to do with my eggplant, you know, because usually I just roast the eggplant the same way on the stove, like the breadfruit.
Yeah.
I put holes in it, stuff garlic in it, in the holes, and turn it on the stove till it get black.
What'd she say?
She gotta go.
It's gotta go. Can't keep my eyes open. Okay. I love you. Thank you.
She said we've been dropping some nuggets. Thank you, Rocked by Rocky. Thank you very much for coming through. See, I told y'all, you can't go wrong with sitting in on a live. There's a lot of nuggets for the having, you know.
You never in abundance.
In abundance.
We didn't talk about, and this tonight was about abundance, and clearly we just went with the flow. Just like you said, all we have to do is just be here. That's what we did, was showed up.
Yeah.
Showed up, and we're here.
Look at us.
There it is.
And I want to
Love
say
y'all.
congratulations to us for showing up every night this week.
It has been 5 days since Monday.
Well, we didn't come on Wednesday.
Oh, yeah.
We were over the hump. We were over the hump that day.
Way over the hump. And I wonder if what you had mentioned, if that is true for tonight.
Yeah.
Wow.
Spirit don't never lie. Okay.
It don't. My nose was running last night too, though.
Yeah. Well, I'm feeling, but also too, I gotta give you, I don't know. I gotta give you my concoction. Because I have a surefire remedy for you. That's gonna.
Does it involve rosemary and garlic?
Nah.
Okay.
This is going to dry mucus out of you to the point where you're gonna need to drink water. It's gonna suck mucus out of you.
Okay.
My sister said she got so dried her lips chapped, because when I say it's gonna pull mucus out of your body. You ain't never felt nothing like this before. And it's easy. It's very easy ingredients. So I came up with it when by mistake. I drank it and I was like, why am I so dry? But my nasal cavity got dry. My throat ain't had no phlegm. And I was like, and I'm a smoker, right? So I was like, wait a minute. There's no phlegm. There's zero. So one time from Wednesday, I was on it. Yeah. One time.
Okay.
So I gotta get that to you. I get that to you tonight.
Yeah. Okay.
Get that to you tonight. Yeah.
And then, so now, moving forward, are we gonna do? We're gonna have an agenda.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
This is good. This is good.
Oh yes. There will definitely be an agenda.
I'm gonna be able to talk about my book, y'all. I'm gonna be able to share my book. So y'all make sure y'all get in her DMs and messaging.
Come on.
Can talk about sharing y'all book.
Yes, we would love that, to do a segment where folks come and they introduce their books, and we can definitely find out what was the foundation of that, But once you discover,
that would be beautiful.
Oh yeah.
That would be beautiful.
Once you discover all the cliff notes, you're gonna be astounded with yourself when you get it done. You're just gonna blow your own mind. I'm telling you.
I'm gonna be like, what's his name in that one movie?
Yeah.
What was it? What's the name of that movie? Evan Almighty, I think it is.
No, is it Almighty? With Jim Carrey.
Yeah, when he's like.
Yeah.
When he was playing God, when God told him, "Okay, you be God."
Yeah, but I can't remember the name of it. But I love that movie. Yeah, I love Jim Carrey on the whole. He's quite a gift. Yeah. He's a gift, and
yes, and he know it too.
Yeah, and he's clear. He's clear on it. I think what makes it what makes writing fun is when it's your own thoughts manifested. When you see yourself on the page.
Yeah. It come to life.
Oh man.
The page come to life. I see that when I love reading a book like that. It almost feel like you ever read a book and you feel like you're sitting on the couch talking to the person?
Yes, The Game of Life by Florence Scovel Shinn. Once I read it, I knew. I felt like she was in there showing me all of it, like her conversations with herself, her the way she understood the source in her, the way she would channel the source in her to believe for others. Like, yeah.
The game of life and how to play it.
And how to play it, yeah. It has been, I believe that book and the Power of the Imagination by Neville Goddard. And
I love him. I listen to a lot of his audios.
Yes, all of his audiobooks are excellent. And I also love everything by Reverend Ike. Everything. Every single piece of audio I could get by Reverend Ike, I'll go right into his legacy, because Reverend Ike speaks on abundance in a way that just brings me joy.
Wait, is that one on YouTube? Because I haven't heard that one where he speak on abundance. Okay, I'm gonna look that up.
Oh, please.
2 nights.
No, I got them. I'll send you all 7 of them.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
I send them out to my participants so that way they could program themselves on abundance, because Reverend Ike breaks it down real good. When I say real good, Reverend Ike, I'll just send it to you, and then we'll do a live where you give me some feedback. How's that?
That's good.
All right.
Yeah, I'm down with that. Look, I'll review this weekend.
Okay.
Look, we show up and do the work.
This.
Because we know what it means.
Yes.
Only thing you got to do is just do it.
That's all. And it's simple thing. Just do it. Just do it.
That's it. That's it. Sit there with your notebook and your pen and paper.
Yes. And when I'm going to send them to you, you are going to be like, when did he say that? What year was this? When did he say that? I was in there so much, right? That I think his son started like commenting, like, who is this? Because, girl, I was blown away that Reverend Ike had left us so much content. Blown away. He is
just like Neville.
Just like Emmett Fox. I mean, is it Emmett Fox? Yeah, Emmett Fox.
Emmett Fox? Yes. Did you read the 7 Aspects of God?
Oh, yes, of course. Of course.
Honey, that book, that is one, I went back in and bought like 12 of them. Like, I have extras.
You do?
Yes.
That's a great book to give as a gift.
A gift.
Yeah, for those that are enlightened.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a powerful
That's why I went back and bought a bunch more of them. I'm like, this is such a beautiful gift for someone.
The minds deserve. They deserve to know. If you want to know, folks, you deserve to know. Part of seeking that information in yourself is because you deserve to know.
You deserve to know the truth. The truth, which is God, love, intelligence, joy, peace.
Yeah.
You deserve to know the truth about that.
Oh, yeah.
Not what Webster Dictionary tells you. The true meaning. I'm talking about the true meaning. And this is why so many are misconstrued, because they don't have the true meaning of words, of the English language, because half of the stuff that they give you is backwards. It means the exact opposite.
Double talking.
They teach you. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I am excited for when we get to telepathy. I am excited for when we have stilled ourselves enough to communicate on the right frequency.
Oh, that's powerful.
I am excited for us when we have stilled ourselves enough and we could talk.
You know what? My husband and I had an experience back last summer where he was in my dream and I was in his. And we remembered it the next morning.
Wow. Okay.
Like, we're both looking at each other like, do you remember, were you in my dream?
Oh, no, shit. Sorry.
It was a restaurant we went to, and when we got there to the restaurant, the young lady was talking about how she was in her boyfriend's dream. She just started talking about it. Like, we didn't bring it up. She just started talking about it. And me and him both looked at each other like, did something happen in this realm? Something happened. Because this girl is literally talking about, and her boyfriend worked there with her. So he began saying, like, yeah, I remember that day. Like, we were on the couch and she was laying on me and she had fell asleep. But then once I fell asleep, I was in her dream and she was in mine.
Wow.
Like physically, like now.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
That's a whole nother level. That's a whole nother level and a whole nother life.
Yeah.
The
cosmic connections ain't no joke. Cosmic, let me tell you, man. Anyway, we gonna talk about the cosmic because yeah, we gonna talk about that, baby. Yeah, we are. We are.
Have you read the book Cosmos?
No, I haven't read the book Cosmos, but I have read Cosmic Economics.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
I ain't heard of that.
Yeah.
Cosmic Economics?
Baby. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You like, yeah, that one. Okay.
Yeah, we gonna talk.
It was a page turner. It was a page turner when you're like standing in the kitchen, like, and something's burning on the eye. Could you?
No, it's one of those where you don't even cook because you ain't hungry.
Just in the book, inside the book. Ooh. Cosmic Economics, you say? I got my Palm Pilot.
I'm serious. That book blew my mind. And it was given to me by one of the elders. And he said to me, he said, you don't know nothing till you read this book. And that's how he speaks about everything. Okay. The first book he recommended to me was You. YOU. The book was so rare to get. When I finally found it, it was like $250 for this book.
I got books like that.
I said, oh my goodness, I have to get it because he told me to get it. I have to. When I read it, I was like, I have to gift it. I have to gift it. I have to, because this is what I want to do with my life. Like, this is what I want. I want people to know themselves. Like, you have to read You. You have to read You. You got to read that book. It'll touch you. It'll touch you in every single way. I know it. And if you guys are listening to this, those of you that are still with us, please make the investment in that book. And if you have to, sell it back or whatever. But that's a really powerful book to have. It's a really powerful book. And I've read a plethora of books because, in order to write, you have to read.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I got books everywhere, honey. I love books. I don't even see how people sell their books back. I buy a book, I ain't giving it back. I got books on books on books. I have books from 1994 that I bought in 1994 that were old books.
Yeah.
Like I have books from the 1600s.
Wow. Now that's good books. From the 1600s, probably before they started messing a lot with language. So that's good text. Good text.
Yeah. Where you really have to get in and understand the etymology of the word.
Yeah.
You have to get in and understand the origin of the word, where it really came from. Like you literally reading a sentence and you're like, why is that?
I go to the etymology of everything. I love that you say that because we need to preference that in the space. The etymology of everything. Go find the esoteric of everything. Just go find the root. Because it's never what you think it is. It's never what you think it is. Your mind will give you a meaning that you heard when you were younger, or you might have picked it up in school or somewhere, but that's not the meaning. That sentence is flawed.
Like when you hear, I grew up and, you'd hear within your family, they talking about somebody who, made somebody mad. Here he come with his ignorant ass, or he ignorant. They didn't even know that they were using that word in the wrong context. And then if the person heard you call them ignorant, now they mad. They mad because you called them ignorant, but it's based on the understanding of the word inappropriately. Ignorance is a lack of knowledge. It's a lack of knowledge. So you mad that somebody said you have a lack of knowledge, and then you over here talking about, here come lack of knowledge, Eric? Like, what? The word is used in the wrong context.
Yes, a lot of words.
Can we get some context clues?
Woo! That might be a book you got to throw out there. Words that we use that we don't know. You know what I'm saying? Since it's coming out of you, it might be something to come out of you. It's a great table book if you want to get it crunk.
I hear you.
Listen, folks, that might be Lady Empress's book. Y'all can't be out here putting that book out. That's we on social media. Y'all.
Where people steal. They steal in the flesh and they steal on social media. One thing, a hustler gonna hustle.
I'm serious.
The hustle never. The hustle is the hustle.
Yeah, don't be coming out here with no books, people.
Okay.
Talking about.
They will.
We heard it on the live.
Look, but see, now that's back to the place what you were talking about, because even when people do stuff like that, you could do it because you're still not going to do it like me.
Yeah.
You do what you want to.
Handle that.
Do what you want to do.
Handle that.
Right, all good. We all good over here.
It is all good.
They say all good in the hood.
Yes. But all good in our space, because we not trying to talent block any spirit. We're not trying to talent block any spirit. And if you feel it in your heart to put something out from our lives, I feel it's an honor that you came here, got some nuggets, and you was able to create something powerful out of it. Then Lady Empress and I have done our absolute jobs. Okay? And we're going to be like this.
Yep.
Okay.
Flattery is the highest form. I'm good.
Okay. Well, we have a couple minutes before 11 p.m. What would you like to close out with? Or would you like me to
Let's see. Or would I like you to, I'm sorry, I interrupted you.
Oh, no, I was just saying, or would you like me to say something first and then you close out? Or how would you like to proceed?
Go right ahead, my dear.
Thank you. So first, I would like to say thank you to everyone that came through. And thank you, Lady Empress, again for your time and for providing a space. I absolutely love who you are in every moment. I love who you are. And I love the Hicks family. I really appreciate you guys for being, okay? So that way I am able to flow in my business, okay? Because a lot of folks aren't really prepared for the Kim Suisms.
The Kim Suism. You be Kim Suing.
Okay? And still with gratitude, a lot of gratitude to be able to share in a safe space and also to be fed. It's not just a pouring out without my cup being filled. And that's something that I really, really enjoy in this space, is to have my cup filled as well. Because sometimes, us givers, we give, but there's nobody pouring back in. And I have to say, in this space, I always leave with my cup full as well. So I'm in gratitude, and abundantly so. I'm grateful. Okay. It's an honor So thank you very much. I appreciate you.
You gonna make me cry. Thank you, Kim Sue.
Definitely. Yeah. Yeah. And I am
My
complete.
takeaway. My takeaway. You, my sister from another mother. I'm delighted to be in your presence every time.
Oh man.
And none of this was by accident.
True.
From the very first reel that we ran across of each other's, none of it was by accident.
True, true, true.
And I appreciate the time that you give to me. Deep bow.
Ooh. Yes, Queen. Yes. Yes, Queen. Yes. I reverence. Thank you to everyone. Thank y'all for the likes. Thank y'all for coming through. Thank you guys. Queen, are you complete?
I'm complete. I'm so full and complete. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for coming. Thank y'all for being here with us. Thank you, Kim Sue. And we done rocked out abundance.
It has been an abundant night. See y'all.
And make sure y'all do y'all intentions. Super new moon. Bye.
Bye. Good night. Thank y'all for coming through and hanging out. Thank you, YouTube fam.